I'm attorney Nick Alcock, and if you're looking for a criminal defense attorney for a misdemeanor in Arizona, here's some tips that you should really consider. First, you have a little bit of time. If you have a court date, if you've been ticketed, you've got a little bit of time because that first court appearance is not trial. Many times people, when they have a ticket, they're panicking, they figure that they have to go to court immediately, they think that the first court date is trial, and it's not. So the first thing to do if you have a misdemeanor in Arizona is take a deep breath. You do have a little bit of time, and you have a moment to speak to a number of different attorneys. So I would give you that advice. There's nothing wrong with shopping around for a doctor, talking, getting multiple opinions. Same thing for a criminal defense attorney. You have the right to speak to a number of different attorneys. Now, what should you be looking for? One is track record. How often is that attorney in that court? That's a question that you really should ask, because a lot of criminal defense is about relationships with the prosecutor and relationships with the judge. And you can ask a pointed question such as, okay, how many cases have you handled in that particular court this year? And ask for a number. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not combative. It's a good question, because if you are a criminal defense attorney and you're never in that court, that means that you don't have relationships with the judge, you don't have relationships with the prosecutors, you don't really know who to talk to. And so it puts you in a position where, there might be a local rule that the criminal defense attorney is unaware of. There might be something about that court that is very specific to that court that could make or break your case. So that's a great question to ask. How much is a case going to be is also a very important question. Some attorneys charge by the hour, they bill off a retainer, and it can be many, many tens of thousands of dollars if they do it that way. Same thing goes for trial fees or other expenses. If you're paying an upfront pre-trial fee, there might be a huge trial fee at the end, and you want to know exactly what that is going to be, and really, realistically, is that a fee that you're going to have to pay? Because if you can't pay that trial fee, then the attorney can withdraw from representation. So the other question I would have you ask is, when it comes to your case, ask specifically questions about how involved the attorney is going to be in your representation. How many times are you going to meet? How many times are you going to sit down and talk? Will you have access to the attorney? Will you be able to call up the attorney on their cell phone? Questions like that. Because I think all of those factors combined are extraordinarily important for you getting to where you deserve to be, which is hopefully get your case dismissed. You want to win your case. So you can't win your case if you hire an attorney and then the attorney comes back and charges you a pile of money for a trial, which you can't afford. You can't win your case because the attorney's going to withdraw. The attorney doesn't want to sit down with you. It doesn't want to get to know you. Isn't going to be available to you. Then it's going to be very hard for that attorney to win your case. Same thing goes for situations where the attorney doesn't have relationships with the judge, doesn't understand what the judge is looking for in local rules, and with the prosecutor. Same argument can be made. If you don't know what works for that particular jurisdiction, what works for that prosecutor, you're putting yourself in a position where it's much harder for you to win your case. So ask those questions, and feel free. The number one piece of advice I can give you is feel free to ask those questions unapologetically. It's okay to be a bit confrontational, because we're talking about your life. We're talking about your future. We're talking about your freedom. So it's okay for you to ask these questions about, what does this law firm offer me? At our firm, what we do is that we have attorneys that practice in limited areas. So I don't have attorneys all over the state handling all types of cases. For example, we have an attorney who handles only cases in the West Valley of Arizona. She's a former prosecutor. She used to be a prosecutor in Glendale, and so she knows all of the local rules. She's appearing over and over again in the same courts. She doesn't do felony cases, she doesn't do bankruptcy cases, she doesn't do any of the other types of law, she doesn't do immigration work. She only does misdemeanor cases in the West Valley. We have one attorney who handles cases only in the city of Phoenix Municipal Court. That's it. And that focus enables us to really understand the local rules, really understand what works for the judges, what works for the prosecutors, develop those relationships, which are really, really important. It also enables us to really focus in on our clients and their needs and their expectations. We're available to our clients, and we offer a very affordable fee. The fee does not include any extras, such as a trial fee, and we don't bill by the hour. It's one flat, affordable fee, and we give our clients time to pay over time. So if you're trying to survive a criminal case, a misdemeanor in Arizona, my advice still stands. Shop around, talk to a number of different attorneys, and ask questions. Feel free to ask those questions. Call us at 602-989-5000. That's 602-989-5000. Ask us questions as well. We're here to help you. And I wish you the best of luck. I hope you hang in there. I know it's stressful to go through a criminal case, but take a deep breath. As I said at the very beginning, you have a little bit of time, and take notes. Do what's right for you. Think positively, and look for an attorney who really, really wants to help you. Hopefully, we're that attorney for you. Give us a call. We're here for you. It's free consultation, 602-989-5000. Thanks so much.